Hi, this is author-philosopher Ronald E. Springer of EthicsUnderground.com here to continue the reading of Moral Armor. Chapter 8, Part 26, Turning the Other Cheek. Please hit like and subscribe before we dive in. Turning the other cheek. What is the first thing that typically comes to mind about Jesus? That he died on the cross, the very symbol of Christian morality. We seek to do right and look up to see him dead as sole explanation of how. The spirit murderers want you to make a similar sacrifice every day of their lives, to die and suffer loss for their sake. They tell us to bear predations, which can only mean to tolerate falling victim to predators, to live like animals and to be consumed. Of course, they neglect to mention that they are the predators who will benefit. In response, some thoughtlessly surrender their lives with eloquent statements such as, "I'd rather go gracefully to my maker than to take another human life." Talk about ringing the dinner bell for cannibals. It is not what Jesus intended, not for the masses to follow him on the cross, but its real statement, to make no compromise with evil. In any confrontational situation, it is treason to the civil flow of life to respect an aggressor. It is ludicrous to permit his destructive intentions an unrestricted path, while wiping out our peaceful aims. It is a violation of justice to withhold the penalty of removal from circulation, those who violate the rights of others. So what did Jesus really mean by permitting himself to be struck again? That the initiation of violence accomplishes nothing but violence. That the solution to end slavery was ideological, not to fight fire with fire, but to fight fire with water. He wasn't demonstrating the immorality of self-defense against aggression, self-defense is moral, but the futility of choosing bloodshed by mankind's leaders. He did it to prove a point, not to lull men into tolerating abuse. A self-made believer would say, "I'd rather send a predator to be reformed by his maker than to leave the world subject to his danger." Strength is not practiced by showing tolerance for all spiritual and physical pestilence. The height of moral stature is not gained by enduring abuse, remaining peaceful and unshaken in the face of aggression. The self-made counterforce to stop its use and look good doing it. The day he died amounted to 0.0001% of his history, yet it backs 99.9999% of our supposed moral lessons. It wasn't Jesus who perverted martyrdom into a moral symbol, that was done by others. It wasn't his own murder that he wished to hold up to men as his greatest achievement, now the symbol of his life and philosophy, that as well, was done by others. It is time to disassociate morality from acts of murder and place him in our minds and in our symbols, in his proper setting, walking through the world, bringing the bright freedom of moral awareness to those he encountered. It's time to stop worshiping his death and start worshiping his life and the lives of true heroes throughout history, the self-made and self-sustained, what a man should be. That's all for now. Next up is unconditional, selfless, and free love. I split these videos up by subject so you'd have a better chance of finding moral armor, and then perhaps go through the whole thing for free. Why? To help create a leader in every life. Sound civilization stair-steps up from sound coherence to sound individual to productive groups of mature individuals. Self-hatred drives fear-driven people in our world to wipe out the individual, so we all need moral armor to protect ourselves and the future of mankind. Click subscribe and leave a thumbs up if you'd like to help wipe out moral confusion fast and make the world a better place.